We're live.
And we're off.
Yes,
See
but
the
we're also
wizard?
live.
Yes. Yes, we're going to hit the Yellow Brick Road.
I wonder if
All
we're
that
gonna
pollen,
laugh.
man. All that pollen.
This is Virginia. It's usually a springtime activity, but who knows?
I'm just saying.
We are in our second fall of the year so far. So that's nice.
Yes.
We got at least 3 more to go.
I'm hoping it stays this way. I'm really tired of it.
Oh, no. We're going to have at least another streak of 90-degree weather before.
It's going to be low of 56 tonight.
Dang.
It's going to be nice hot tub weather tonight. Hi, everyone. Welcome to RCX Media. UnPHILtered.
If you haven't yet, go check out our new logos.
They're cool.
They are very cool. I like them a whole lot.
Thank you, Phoebe. So, yes, we are officially RCX Media as of Sunday?
Sunday.
September
Sunday
1st.
was the first, yeah.
So this is our first episode under that moniker. And we'll talk a little bit more about RCX Media after we talk about books and stuff to kind of give you my take on RCX Media and why it's here and the
Why it
situation.
arrived to the occasion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's where I've been wanting to go for a while.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that. Then we got tons of books this week.
Yeah, this is a huge week of comics.
Hey, Rachel.
Is it Brachio nachos?
All I can tell is Rachel's going to bring us nachos and cheese.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, Jaclyn was like, there were so many kids' books. I'm like, yeah, I told you there were so many
Yeah.
all ages books. I'm like, yes, there were so many all ages books.
Yeah, a million of them.
Like they're everywhere. Nachos.
Nachos.
Nacho mama. And yes, Tess, the lovely Tess, is behind the camera as always. So we're just here.
Yay! I'm the real show.
We're just here so y'all can hear Tess's laughter. You're welcome.
Oh, I did that extra loud just for the
Appreciate it.
video. So you're welcome. I hope I get paid extra.
You do. Yes. Yeah. Here, let me write an IOU here.
It's on a post-it. That's how you know it's legit.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We'll sign Tommy's name to it. IOU nothing, Tommy. And send it over.
That's about what I got.
That's all. Yeah. We're not bringing the big dollars yet on RCX Media, so
Darn.
your pay scale is aligned on.
But we're all getting paid the same except for Philip. He's getting negative dollars.
That's good.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm already in the hole. Technically, so is Phoebe.
That's true. That is true.
So, to be fair, there's a few of us in the hole right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Stupid government wanting money.
So true.
Phoebe and her artistic endeavors for exposure.
Oh, man.
Sorry. It seemed like the thing to say. That way, when she watches it later, she what the
I can't protect you. She's stronger than me.
That's, I'm going to start staying at home. Never show my face again. Stay
Wouldn't
locked
blame
up.
you.
Yeah, stay locked up. All right, so we'll talk books this week. We'll talk Fall Festival.
Prelude to Fall Festival.
Prelude to Fall Festival. We got Richmond Comic Con
mhm.
coming up. That it for this month?
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's it. Yeah.
That's it for now.
Yeah. For now. We might think of stuff
There
later. I
may
don't know.
be some other stuff later, but
Yeah.
for now, that's it. Sorry, let's talk books.
Let's do it.
Books.
First, we're going to talk about this Donald Duck book,
Duck and cover.
number 1
Duck
from
and
Dark
cover.
Horse. I have not read this yet. It is honestly a thick book.
It is thick.
And actually, it's a drive-in theater movie too.
Yeah. This is The movie that they used back in the 50s to teach you how to survive a nuclear annihilation, where you duck and cover under your desk. That it was sort of, I guess, the genesis of the idea for Scott Snyder. And it's set in the 50s. It's a young African-American man who wants to be a filmmaker. And it starts off with this kid trying to make movies and this dog, this Doberman Pinscher that just gets to roam the neighborhood, attacks him and like bites his eye out. And then the guy who owns the dog calls the cops. And then they force this child to apologize to the dog. And that's how the book starts. That's the first few pages. So I was immediately like, what? And then they jump 6 years ahead to him and his friend, and they work at the drive-in theater. And there's like, a street gang because it's the South in the 50s. And they all end up in trouble and they end up in detention.
What?
And the air raid sirens go off and they don't really think anything of it because the duck and cover things happen all the time. And then somebody comes over the PA and is like, this isn't a drill. Get under your desks. So they get under their desks and survive.
Dun, dun,
They ducked
dun.
and covered.
So this is a Scott Snyder, Raphael Albuquerque book.
Mm-hmm. You may know Scott Snyder from some book about a crazy millionaire who dresses up like a flying rodent.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's a weird.
What a weird
book.
concept.
I know, it's very odd.
Huh.
Anyway, it's a very interesting take on the Cold War in the 50s and what would happen if it stopped being so cold and the Russians attacked.
Russians.
At least we think it's the Russians, but some of the things that are attacking look a little Mars Attacksy.
Yeah.
but they have Russian accents, so we think it's still the Russians.
Pretty sure that's not a Russian.
It's a game. Spot the Russian.
It's red.
Yeah, but next issue, horror.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually read this.
Yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to be sci-fi or horror. It's a little bit of both.
Well, it's Scott Snyder, so
Yeah.
it's probably both.
Yeah, it was an interesting book. I almost didn't read it,
Lots of booms.
but and it's really cool because it's got like a little essay in the back. It's got a bunch of like art. It's got just a bunch of extras in the back, which is why it's so thick.
And it was a Comixology original.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that part.
It's big logo on the back.
Oh, I didn't look at the back. Well, I got distracted by the drive-in theater aspect of the back.
So I read a lot of Comixology originals, but it's when they come out in comic.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't
same.
read anything.
Yeah,
online.
I don't either. Booms.
A lot of booms.
Like
Booms.
splodies. A lot of splodies.
Yeah. It could be booze. I mean, there could be lots of boobs in there too. I have no
It
idea.
could be.
I haven't seen any, but sure.
I read the whole thing. I didn't see any.
I mean, we're going to talk about this later. That's got lots of boobs in it. I mean, White Queen shows up, so
She does. She can't help herself.
I'm just saying. It's fine. You know what, Rachel? Whatever makes this show better, that's what I said.
Yep.
All right, next we're going to talk about Absolute Power number 3.
Which should just be called Nightwing is Awesome. Just listen to him.
He is, right?
Yeah, God.
So Mark Waid is basically writing Tom Taylor's Nightwing, leading all the heroes.
Yeah.
And he's just being himself. And it's just, everything is just awesome. I will tell you, the one thing that did confuse me
Okay.
is, just tell them what Absolute Power is about first.
Okay. Amanda Waller has cooked up a plan over, I don't even know how long, to remove all metahumans from the earth, put them all in prison. Heroes, villains alike, doesn't matter. And the way she's doing that is using AI. Batman built an AI called Failsafe that has gone off the rails. And then Brainiac built himself a queen, and she has also gone off the rails. And they are basically the two things that Amanda Waller is using to take out all the metahumans.
Right.
And they have built a team of 7 Amazos, which Amazos mimic the powers of the Justice League, but these Amazos steal those powers as well. So she's depowering all these heroes and then putting them in prison.
Right. So during all that, the Justice League, in their infinite wisdom, had planned for this, that one day they may lose their powers. And so Batman and Superman had created suits for them to wear that will help them in their depowered state.
Flash got a motorcycle.
So, right. So Flash got, right. He got a new suit and a motorcycle. And all the stuff is great. And when they make the toys, I'll probably buy one or two because the suits
They
are
look
awesome. Not going to lie. But Nightwing got a suit. And I can't figure out why, because he never had any superpowers.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because it looks cool.
Fine. It looks cool. But of all the people,
Here's what I think happened. When they were building these suits, Nightwing went, I want a suit.
okay.
And Batman was like, all right, you can have a suit.
fine. But my point still stands, right? Like,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
two people are not going to have, well, the whole Bat family, none of them
Yeah.
have powers. Why do they need suits? I'm like,
They've been doing fine on their own.
yeah. I'm like, this is a really cool Nightwing suit. Why? Like, why are you wearing this suit? I don't get it.
Because Dan Mora wanted to make new suits.
Sure.
That's my guess.
Absolutely. And once again, I'm like, but
It looks really
why?
cool.
It does. I'm not I'm not
It
gonna argue
does.
it. I'm not- but I'm like, but why? Why do you need this? Whatever. So that was my thing that I took out of this book.
So Amanda Waller's also still got Suicide Squad, which is a bunch of supervillains that she forces
And
to
Green
work
Arrow.
for her. And Green Arrow. But I haven't read Suicide Squad in a really long time, so I did not know Bizarro was on the team, which seems like a stupid person to put on your team. But the way they fought him was brilliant. If you're a longtime Superman fan,
Yeah.
It's absolutely brilliant. I really liked that bit.
But the part it's a comic, but the part that's unbelievable is Aquaman came up with that plan.
You leave Aquaman alone.
Aquaman was like, I got this. And I'm like, wait, what?
You do?
You do? And dang if he didn't. Right? Anyway, once again, it's a DC series that I cared little for. I mean, whether it was good or bad, I just wasn't going to read it. And then I read the first issue and I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mark Waid's writing and of
And
course
we both-
Dan Moore's art.
We both basically read the first issue because Dan Mora was doing the art.
Right. I mean, Mark Waid always does fun stuff, but like he's got, and it's only 4 issues. It's not 5 issues. So, and then Nightwing just goes to show you how smart he is. So,
And then they have royally ticked off Superman.
yeah, that didn't end
Like,
well.
I don't think even without powers,
I'm not
like
sure.
it's one of those things where like the nice people who are super quiet and never get mad and never really do anything, those are the scary people.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not like
Yeah.
there's got to be some type of aftermath of this when Superman gets his powers back.
Yeah.
Like, what is he going to do? Because I know Superman is the nice guy, but what they've done to him,
Yeah.
I'm not really sure the nice guy is going to play. Like, they've got to do something with this, right?
So they didn't do it to him, they did it to his son.
Right. Well, that's doing it to him.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, they messed with Superman's kid pretty bad.
Yes, they did. Yeah,
John's had a rough go.
John's had a rough go of this whole thing.
Yeah. But oh god. Anyway, phenomenal
It's been really
series.
good,
We've
yeah.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah. If you haven't been picking up in single issues, when it comes out in trade, just that main series, it's definitely a beginning to end worth reading.
Yeah.
So, hey, guess what Marvel's doing again this week? All ages books.
Spoderman.
Yep, Spider-Man. Homeroom Heroes, #1.
So,
And this is Marvel this time. It's not
Yeah.
IDW or anyone else. This is Marvel doing an all ages book again.
so
finally.
now whenever somebody comes in, it's like, I missed comics when I was a kid. Here you go. It's got 2 complete stories in it. They're super fun. One of them has She-Hulk and Tombstone, and one of them has a Shocker.
Right. I don't
And-
know who the writers are.
Yeah, it's
Steve Fox is the writer for
Yeah.
both. The art is different for both. Yeah. So the art's different for each one, but then Steve Fox did the. Oh no, the artist. There's 2 different artists that's done both stories.
okay.
Interesting.
Well, the art's fun. Like
Yeah.
it's very it's definitely aimed at kids.
Oh yeah.
Oh right, Cersei from the Inhumans. Also, it's almost like a Spider-Man team-up book.
Why not?
Yeah, it's a
What a good way to introduce a whole bunch of characters.
Yeah, Spider-Man and Cersei take on the Shocker, and Spider-Man really does not need help with Shocker.
Hey, Scarlet Witch is in the next issue.
So is the Spot.
So is the Spot. And Mysterio.
Mhm.
Wow. Look at this.
So anyway, the book was super fun. If you have kids that want to read a Spider-Man comic, this is perfect. If you have an old guy who wishes comics were like they were when I was a kid, this is the book.
This is probably still better than the ones we read when we were
Well,
kids.
yeah, yeah.
So that's really cool.
I had a gentleman come in today. He was an older gentleman, and he said he loved comics when he was a kid, but he hadn't read them, and now he's retired, and now he wants to read some comics.
Yeah.
And so we talked for a while, and getting some Batman and Robin. He seemed very excited about it.
Cool.
Can we do that one next?
Yeah, we'll do this.
We had a fight over who was going to pick this week.
So the next 2 books, Tommy and I both approve. So, but once again, we thought it'd be funny if I picked the X-Men book. Since anyone who's watched us for any amount of time know that I don't like, but actually this book is called Kitty Pryde
Mm-hmm.
and Her Amazing Friends
Yes.
is really what this book is.
Yep.
And she actually breaks the 3rd wall a couple of times, which I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
fun.
So
Yeah.
anyway, the Marvel title for this is Exceptional X-Men, but it's really just Kitty Pryde and
Kitty Pryde starring in Marvel Modern Family, The Exceptional X-Men.
yes. So
Yeah.
this was phenomenal as far as a Kitty Pryde fan.
Yeah.
This was about as good as you're going to get for a single issue. And yes, I am saying it correctly now.
Yep.
Everyone who wanted to correct me for an entire 2 years, it's not Kitty Pryde. Well, you know what? Bite me. Because guess what? It's Kitty Pryde.
Yep.
It's always Kitty Pryde.
She did this thing that haven't seen a lot in any form of media where she's basically helping this teen girl, and she gives this girl a ride,
She's a bartender.
and
She's so pretty.
she hands this teen girl her ID, and the kid's like, "What? Why are you doing that?" And she's like, "Well, in case I try to kidnap you, you'll know who I am and where I live."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What a way to make someone feel more comfortable with a stranger."
Yep.
Here's all the information that you need about me, so you understand that I'm just trying to help.
Yep. Yeah, it was great. And then as she gets out of the car, she goes, "Thanks, Catherine." And she goes, "You can call me Kitty."
Yeah.
And I went,
Right.
Yep. In the middle of this, there is the Marvel equivalent of a BTS concert. If you're into K-pop.
yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And the name of the group, it was like 3 letters, but it wasn't BTS, but
BSD.
something like that.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah.
funny. But they, and once again, we have not de-aged Kitty for this at all because it was like, let me go see what the young kids are listening to nowadays. Because she was off a day. She was supposed
Yeah.
to be going to a different concert at that venue, but she was off a day because she had a date. But she thought she was getting stood up by the girl, but she was off. Just off. Just off by a day. It was great.
They introduced some new mutants in this.
Yep. So actually, you get to see
Other
wrong
side.
side. This one. So she's introduced in there,
Yep.
and
apparently the other two are like in there somewhere.
they
But
were.
I guess they were in the like concert area or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they
There's
were.
a lot going on.
There's a lot. Yeah. So they're all, but really the one was truly introduced.
And
But-
the young girl that turns out to be a mutant, like she has this interaction with her grandmother that is just so wholesome, so
Aw,
sweet.
It
Yeah.
made me so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was. Once again, like I was already sad that I liked the X-Men and Uncanny, but
it's Kitty.
it's Kitty, and it was
And
Kitty
it's-
really well done.
And is this Al Ewing? Is that who's writing this book?
No, actually, it's
Oh, it's
Eve.
Eve Ewing.
Eve Ewing.
Not related.
No,
Both
they're
great writers.
both great writers,
Yeah.
yeah. Because when I first saw it, I'm like, Al's writing this, and I'm
Yep.
like, that can't be right.
You know what? It
Open
makes more
up,
sense.
like, yeah.
Eve writing it because they
Yeah, the Kitty stuff is
Yeah.
is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
she
once again, if you've ever been a Kitty Pryde fan, you'll love this book.
or if you heard that one Weezer song and you were like, who is Kitty Pryde and why did he rhyme her with Dungeon Master Guide? You can find out.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't wait to see what Emma does. And she's boring. We already knew that.
Yeah, she's on everybody, and then she's like, "Ugh, boring, boring.
And then she finds Kitty.
She's like, Kitty, as a bartender. Why is that interesting? I don't know.
I don't know.
Emma's so weird.
Well, I think it's more her attitude toward everything right now, right? Like
I don't-
Kitty's like really one of the more complex X-Men.
And she and
Like-
Emma have a great history together.
Yes.
Like, I believe she's punched Emma in the face once or twice.
At least.
She's threatened her life multiple times.
Yeah. I mean, Kitty's one of the only people that's really ever truly stood up to Emma,
Yeah.
right? Like at
Well,
any
she's the only
point-
one that's done it, and Emma didn't immediately cut them down.
Well, yeah.
You know, Emma's like a middle school kid when it comes to like insulting people. They just blah, it's evil, and Kitty's just unfazed by it.
Emma's gotten better over the years. All right. The next one up is Minor Arcana.
It's like a major arcana but smaller.
It's true. It's honestly true. So this is going to be Tommy's pick of the week, which
'Cause-
could have easily been my pick of the week, but
But it caused too much emotional damage. So
it did cause.
it needed to be my pick of the week.
Yeah, this did cause me a little too much emotional damage. I will be honest. When I read it, like I got halfway through and I looked at Jaclyn. I'm like, this is hard. Like this is. I'm not sure how good this is.
It's a young woman who left her hometown and never intended to come back.
For
She's-
good reason.
She is, and this is some of the subtext. She's a recovering alcoholic. Her mother is sick, and her mother is basically like, I need you to come home and help take care of me because I'm sick. And so like she's kind of mad about it. And
Just a little.
her mom refuses to do anything to help the situation.
Right.
Her mom is like comes off very quickly as like that narcissist parent who is like,
What are you too good to step foot in my house?
yeah. She's like, oh, if you cut your hair because it looks like you need it.
Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
man.
like first thing she says is an insult, like the very first thing, and like she clearly has a best friend
Yeah, I
who
didn't
she's
need-
estranged from.
I didn't need that trauma.
There's a love interest in this town that I think there's some sort of like real bad breakup there, and then there's some weird. I don't know if they're visions or dreams or what's going on, but there is some sort of mystical thing going
Yeah.
on.
Well, it's Jeff Lemire.
Yeah.
So this is written and drawn by Jeff Lemire. So,
His art style is very quirky. You either like it or you don't.
Right.
Like there's usually no in between.
but it usually fits the story really
Yeah,
well.
and that's the thing.
Like, it's,
yeah,
I mean, it may not be your thing, but it's Jeff Lemire, and I'm usually he only draws mostly his own stories.
Yeah.
He rarely does art that's not his story, so it usually fits really well. And this fits really well.
and this first issue feels like a normal like slice of life story with just a minor amount,
Ah!
if you will, of mystical arcana.
Wow.
Yeah.
Weird.
Just a minor amount.
I wonder if that glowy ball has anything to do with it right there.
No, her mom is a fortune teller. So she's got like tarot cards and stuff. And like there's a bit in here where this lady shows up in the middle of the night
At like 2 a.m.
at like 2 a.m. and she's like, my mom
Get
is
out.
asleep.
Like, get out.
She's sick. And the lady's like, she always lets me come by, even if it's late. She's like, so she does the tarot reading because she was there.
She needs the money.
Yeah, she needs the money. And she's watched her mom do this a million times. And it's basically like, well, most of the time people just want to hear what they want to hear. So I'll fake it. And then mystical.
Yeah. And then she zoned out. And I think in the book she zoned out a couple of times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like how did I end up here in the closet?
Yeah, she was sitting in her bed and she was like, I don't remember her getting up to walk to the closet.
Yeah. So she was like, I don't remember doing that. So obviously there's something going on with her and something to do with this town and her mother. But evidently in the back of the book, it says it's going to be 4 hardcover editions.
What does it say? Like prestige?
Prestige
Hardcovers?
Hardcovers. So usually my assumption of that would be that each hardcover is going to be like 15 issues long.
That's how Boom usually does it. Yeah.
So you're basically talking there's going to be a 60 issue story.
Which is awesome.
And
by the art, it looks like each story is going to focus on a different person in the story.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're going to see the same story from everybody's perspective or like if it's going to keep going. Because it looked like her mom, who was sick and dying, theoretically, is like featured on the 3rd volume.
Right.
So,
and it may just be flashbacks. I mean, once again,
I don't know.
I haven't read anything about it or how they're going to do it. And it's Jeff Lemire, so he can just do whatever he wants.
That's true. Yeah. He gets a lot of leeway because he's very good.
Yes. It's amazing how that works, right?
Crazy. He wrote and drew Sweet Tooth.
Yeah.
That's probably the most like commercial work
Yeah,
that I can think of.
Yeah, that is.
Little Deer Boy.
They did a couple of seasons of that for TV, right?
3, I think.
Was it 3?
I think.
Yeah.
I only saw I think I only watched the first one, and it's not that I didn't want to finish it. I need to rewatch it.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's
just
different. It's different than the comic, and it's for some reason seeing it live action is more upsetting than reading it in the comic.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah,
because it's the same way like horror, right? Like I can do horror in a comic, or a graphic novel. I can't do it in a theater. Like it's just not gonna.
Yeah,
like I like Ito stuff, which most people are like, why would you like? Because I like it. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of horror, but like I don't want to go to a movie theater and see horror.
Nightmare Weekend is coming up. I did email tickets. And an acquaintance of mine on the internet is doing panels. And one of them is specifically focused on a genre of horror movies called nunsploitation. Religious themed horror movies with the nun as one of the characters. Nunsploitation.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
And the name of the panel is something like Nunsploitation, a good habit or something like that. I don't know. It was
pretty good.
Yeah, it looked clear. I might go to that panel.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. So anyway, so there was that was just a small smattering.
I read a giant stack of books this week, and I haven't touched the all ages rack except for that one Spider-Man comic.
Yeah, there's tons of number 1s coming out this week.
There's a new Batman Scooby-Doo issue.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff. It's a large week. Like
there's
tons of really good stuff.
We got a Powerpuff Girls graphic novel. We got an Adventure Time graphic novel.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good
big.
week. Good week. Huge.
God. Do not bring this energy to the
Yeah, there's a lot. So the all ages stuff is running over, and so will the normal rack will be.
There's like a kid's board book that looks like Batman putting the Robins down to go to bed. I was gonna say putting them to sleep, but that sounded wrong.
And then there's like 6 little golden books that came out this week.
Yeah, we got a ton. It
There
was a Nightmare Before Christmas one.
Yeah, there was tons of stuff.
There was one that was. Never mind.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was now. But
So
there's a bunch of good
There's
ones.
a bunch of good books. Yeah, come in, take a look, because I've got a bunch of stuff that I haven't read either. So It was just a lot. Ultimates 4 came out. Spider-Boy came out. Spider-Man came out. Like,
I forgot to read Spider-Man.
Yeah.
All right, so I read Spider-Boy. Everybody remembers who Bailey is now. Yay!
Yeah.
And his mom's like, "You're grounded."
so she has.
Yeah, his mom shows up and is immediately like, "Oh my god, I remember who he is." She goes, "Oh my god," and she hugs him. And she's like, "Okay, no more. You're grounded. Done. No more Spider-Boy."
Yeah, we fixed the web. We fixed the web in the last issue.
Aw.
And the Ultimates 4, basically, I think Kevin Feige, was like, Ultimates 4 is how Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Doom. And I was like, what?
I haven't read it yet. So
Ultimates 4, and Hickman's done this before in other books. Every page is 4 panels.
Right.
And each like the first panel is telling one story. The second panel is telling a different story. And they're all interconnected, but they're complete. You can read them if you want. You could just read the first panel of every page and then go back and do that. But it's the tragic story of that Earth's doom and what the Maker put him through.
Wow.
Yeah. So no bueno.
That's doomrific. Yeah, so there's lots of stuff. So please come in, check out books tomorrow. Come in, buy lots of stuff.
Yes.
Please.
There's so many books that need to know. They need a good home.
They do need a good home.
They do.
The last issue of Animal Farm.
Oh, that came out too?
That came out, and boy, like, I finished reading it, and I was like, I don't know why I expected this to have a happy ending. I read Animal Farm.
Yeah, it's like, why? Yeah, that shouldn't be.
Yeah, I was like,
not going to have a happy
it was
ending.
like when I read Punk Rock Jesus. I was like, why did I expect this to end happy? I'm stupid.
I just picked up this book that I killed everyone, and I don't know why it ended up with him killing everyone.
It's wild.
All right. Anyway, lots of comics, and then I guess the next thing coming up is pre-Fall Festival.
Prelude to Fall Festival.
What?
That is Friday, September 27th from 5 to 7. Our good friend Jamie Cosley is bringing Art Baltazar with him to do a signing. They've got a new book coming out that week. And you all, if you've never met Jamie, you've missed out. He is a wonderful human being on top of being an amazing cartoonist. He has a monthly strip in Star Wars Insider magazine. And I don't know, we've had his books in here before, but I think we may have sold all the ones that we had. We should probably get with him and get some more. And Art Baltazar, from Tiny Titans. He's got a Merb.
Him and Franco has done a ton of stuff.
Yeah, he and Franco have done a million things.
Yeah. And then the Cat in the Hat book earlier this year was.
Oh, right. I forgot he did that.
So I need to bring my Cat in the Hat book to get signed. He did an all ages Cat in the Hat graphic novel. It's great. Yeah. And then after Prelude to Fall Festival
itself is going on Saturday, September 28th from 11 to 4. We will have our usual suspects of artists and craft vendors set up on the sidewalk.
And a bunch of new people this year, too.
We do have some new folks that are coming out. Some of the old folks have stopped vending. So, we're going to have a good time. It's going to be a good weekend.
Dragon Con was this past weekend.
Right.
And so someone sent a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Evidently, they had pizza vending machines there.
What?
Oh, for the turtle themed one?
No. This was just a vending machine like in the conference center now that you go up. It's a big box and you go up and it's like you give it money and it says in 3 minutes you pick your pizza.
11 to 4, Rachel. Fall Festival is 11 to 4. Yes.
Pizza vending machine. I want one.
1 to 4. He was just talking rating. It's going to be either a 1 or a 4. Yeah.
Out of 100.
I'm doing my best. My best isn't very good.
Your best is as
Yeah,
good as
sorry.
it needs to be.
Got sidetracked, but it reminded me of the pizza vending machine
That's awesome.
somebody showed me from Dragon Con.
That's
I saw
brilliant.
an adorable picture of Alpha Richardson.
Yeah.
With Don McGregor. I love Don
Yeah,
McGregor.
they had like a Dragon. I mean, I've never been to Dragon Con, but like they did this huge, like mile-long parade with all the cosplayers
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
in Atlanta. I'm like, man, that had to be hot.
I bet. Yeah.
Like, it's still Atlanta. Come on.
Yeah.
It wasn't 70 degrees. I can tell you that. So anyway, fall festival coming up. And then
The week before that, which is, what is that? The 14th?
14th.
I think it's the 14th.
No,
Is it 13th?
I don't know. It's
Yeah, it's
the
the 14th. 14th.
well, the week before that's the 21st. That's what I was saying.
Oh, sorry.
2 weeks before
2
that.
weeks before that.
That's what I was sitting there going, no.
Oh, right. Because
we can't go from the 28th to the
Yeah, sorry. The 14th of September is Virginia Comic Con over at the Raceway. I'll be there set up with some amount of stuff. I don't even know what I'm taking yet. I'll be promoting not just Richmond Comics, but also RCX Media. So come by, say hi, buy many things.
Buy everything, please.
Yeah.
or just come by and see Tess.
Or you can come
Yeah,
here.
Tess,
Yeah.
Tess will be here.
You can visit me.
Or if you're at SPX in Bethesda, you can come see me.
Yeah.
We'll be all over.
We'll be everywhere. We'll be everywhere. Yeah. I think I already know what time I'm going to see Tilly Walden. And
Cool.
Lucky. I'm so jealous.
so yeah, I was told what time. So yeah, we're everywhere. We'll be everywhere.
This month is a little hectic.
Yep.
We were going to go to Baltimore, but yesterday we decided that there's just too much other
It's
stuff
too
going
much
on.
going on. Yeah, it's a lot going
Yeah.
on this month, and being gone an extra day that I only have to be gone is a lot to do in
Yeah.
one day.
So true.
Because the thing is Baltimore on Friday opens like at 1 p.m.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's not like you can go up there early and get in. So we're not doing. I'm not doing that now.
Yep.
But we'll be everywhere else for the whole month of September. And then I guess we'll talk about RCX Media now. So
RCX Media, tell me more.
you may have noticed, but as of September 1st, all the logos have changed. The @ sign has changed on YouTube. There will be, actually, we have an Instagram now that is up and running. We haven't posted anything, but we will put the link down in here, description somewhere to like it. So and I'll make another video later to go kind of into more detail of like a mission statement. But the whole premise is one of the things that I've really wanted to focus on a while is focusing on an industry as a whole, not just a store, not just a person, not just what I do. It's how to make the industry better. And that's kind of where RCX Media comes in. It is a separate entity from Richmond Comics. It's a completely separate company. It is actually owned by Tess, Tommy, Jaclyn, and myself. So we are actually the owners of it. It's not just a me thing. It is kind of a brainchild of something that I wanted to do, and Tommy and I have been talking about for years.
Almost decades at this point.
Whatever, it's fine.
And I weaseled my way in, so I get
Right.
to be a part of it too.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Spoiler: Tess is not a human. She is 7 weasels.
Yes.
In a human suit.
It's true. It's true.
But I mean, you're going to see things like this. This show is going to continue like this, talking about books. We're going to have a lot of shows, but one of the things that we'll be able to focus on is banned books. I'll be able to focus on banned books and not banning books, which you'll notice a lot of videos will end up with me yelling about that. We're going to end these like the old Bob Barker thing. Please remember to spade and neuter anyone who wants to ban a book.
Oh my god. Wow.
I'm just saying, AI has become an issue in this industry,
Mhm.
and I do not know a single artist or writer or just creator who wants AI in this industry that is stealing their work and making it their own. So that will probably be something that we will eventually tackle.
Yeah.
A lot of the same issues that are happening in the creator world for comics is happening in the creator world for cosplay as they are getting hammered. So we will probably be talking to certain people about things in that industry. It will be a lot of comic related stuff, but really anything that comes around.
Yeah.
Like music,
Yeah. A lot of pop
TV.
culture.
Yeah. It will end up being a lot of pop culture. in that. But that's kind of where my focus is going to be going forward. That's where I want my focus to be. And so you'll probably be seeing a lot of my face on this YouTube.
Darn.
And
Some
everyone-
amount of my face,
Yeah.
probably like
That much?
this much. But then there's the glare, so you're really only
Can you
seeing
see
about
that
this
much?
much.
Yeah. I do the kill worry setup on all of that. But we start this week with Friday will be our first. Well, we've done anthology, but this will be our first anthology under RCX Media. It's actually Tess and Jaclyn doing a book club. So that'll be posted out there. And then next week, the first Cancel My Box will hit on Friday. So like we talked about before, Tuesdays will still be unfiltered. That will not change.
Mhm.
Most of them live. Next week's will not be live. Tommy and I will be at a concert. Next week's will be pre-recorded to drop at 7:00 on Tuesday, though.
So you can text us if you want.
Sure.
We probably won't respond until the concert's over.
Yeah. Yeah. But we will be at a concert, so we will not have a live show next Tuesday.
But we could post some live stuff on our RCX Media Instagram.
Good.
Yep.
Yep. That's right. This is what we're doing. We're concerting. That'd be funny.
A little vlog.
I think as many concerts as I go to, maybe that will be like a little secondary thing. Like I got
Sure.
this shirt Friday night at Childish Gambino down in North Carolina.
So I had a friend who went to the concert
Yeah.
in Atlanta
Oh, okay.
yesterday, and he posted pictures of everything that you told me. So I actually knew what all the stuff
That's
was
awesome.
when it was posted.
It was
'cause
so cool. It was such a good show.
So the first one was him in costume,
Yeah.
strapped to the table, and then the crystals and
Mhm.
all. Yeah,
Oh,
so I
God,
was
it
like,
was so
"Hey, I know
cool.
what all that is because I just heard it from Tommy." More like disconnecting. Yes.
Hmm.
Yep. So my focus won't be at this. It'll be at RCX Media and promoting everything.
Yeah.
And making the how can I help make the industry better? How can we help make the industry better? So that is the whole plan. How could Tess make the industry better? How can you make
Honestly, by being a part of it.
Aww.
Yep.
Well,
That's
we
true.
need fewer old white dudes in this industry.
Aww. I'm
Um,
proud to not be a white dude.
Aw.
So thank you
Aw.
for that. It's really
Yeah.
you're speaking up for those of us.
So, but yeah, so that's really where
Oh.
RCX Media is going. I'll probably end up doing a better job of explaining this in a different video. I'll make a list and then
bullet
I'll
points.
hit bullet points,
Mhm.
and then we can tag it out here to say here's what our plan is with
Our
this.
manifesto, if you will.
Yes, exactly. Because like we have certain things that we want to hit, and we want to keep it separate because it's not always about like promoting a store. We want to promote all the stores.
Yeah.
Because anything that makes the industry better makes any store better. Anything that we can do better makes everyone better. And all of this will be based around positivity.
Mhm.
Not saying that every now and then we won't fall into, oh my God, that was stupid. But because it's us.
Yeah.
But it's going to be all based around the positive side of comics and not everything that you read either on Reddit or Wikipedia or, oh my God, this is horrible because they did this. And it was like, well, did you read it? Like,
Yeah.
it was kind of like I was reading an article the other day and it was about banning books. And they were talking about, it's too easy to go into like a school board meeting or a county meeting and you just go, I hate this book. We should ban it. And then the people just go, yeah. And you'll hear this belong a bigger conversation later. And one of the things somebody said is, if you want to ban a book, you should really have to read the book and do a report.
Absolutely.
And do a book report. And that way you have read everything in the context it was supposed to be in instead of a one paragraph or one word balloon or
Mhm.
something like that. And then have that conversation about that book report.
Mhm.
And then the board
Yeah.
should actually have to go read that book.
Yeah. I think before you ban a book,
Yeah.
you need to read it.
What?
Yeah, it's,
What a concept. And I'm like, yeah, that would be nice. But then that means that our school boards and county boards would have to learn to read. So
Yeah.
that might be a little.
That's definitely an issue.
Look, I didn't say in RCX media I was going to make friends. I just said I was going to be positive. Like sometimes these battles is not going to make me any friends. At
You've got
all.
us. It's fine.
Right. Yeah. Like there's a good chance that I'm going to go start sitting at school board meetings and county
Heck
board
yeah.
meetings when these things come up because I just want to argue. I do. Right. Like if you want to be stupid, I'm ready to just sit there and go, that's just stupid. Let's just stop. And somebody's got to stand up. And you know,
Yeah.
5-10 years ago, it would not have been me. But I'm being 52 now. I don't really care anymore.
but it's a new 52.
It is a new 52. It really is. It really is. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Jaclyn and I were discussing something at lunch, and she looked at me. She goes, "Who are you?" Oh yeah.
I'll tell you guys. I texted Philip Saturday. So Friday, Tess showed up, and like one of the first things I said to her was, "Hey, it's Philip's birthday." I didn't say anything to him until Saturday.
She did. She told me when I came in on Friday.
I did,
Sure, yeah.
but only because you came in. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have said anything.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I had a captive audience. It was like that squirrel. Oh my god! What should I do? Oh, happy birthday!
I'm sorry.
It was funny. All righty then. That is all we got for this week.
I think it is. Well, and look at the time.
I know.
We
right?
filled it.
Do you have anything, Tess?
I do not.
All righty. Well, we will let everyone go. Come join us on Friday for their book club.
Yay.
Friday at 9:30.
9:30. Everything on Friday drops at 9:30. Woohoo! And they are supposed to be filming their end of the month wrap up, the Unwrapped,
Eventually, yes.
Mhm.
sometime this week. So that will be dropping sometime.
Whenever it's
This
done.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it. And we will talk to y'all later.
Goodbye.
Bye. And now I have to end the stream 30 times.
You almost clicked.
I know. I almost clicked not yet.